Welcome to the D times 2 podcast, hosted by sisters Denise and Deborah. We are all about finding balance in the various parts of life. Using the wheel of life as our guide, we explore how to keep each spoke rolling smoothly. We discuss health and wellness, education and spirituality, as well as mental and emotional growth. Join us for real conversations, practical tips, and a few laughs as we share stories, insights, and strategies to help you create a life that feels balanced, purposeful, and designed by you. Hi, Denise.
Hey, Deb.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your hair cut. It's all cute and curly.
Thank you. It's natural curly today.
Yeah. Super cute.
Goes with our moist weather that we're having right now.
Well, it's cute.
Thank you. Thank you. I am going to say it was a little bit of a rough weekend. Do you want to hear?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
It will lead us into our episode, our topic for today.
Okay.
So I have been working pretty hard behind the scenes on my personal time to learn some stuff. Okay. So I'm working on our education spoke of the wheel. Mm-hmm. And I'm learning things that are don't come naturally to me. They're more technical, it's more computer-based, and it's not my natural, normal wheelhouse.
True.
So I've been slow and put things off and a little hesitant to start, but I really tried to dig in over the last, I'm going to say, week. Mm-hmm. And the other day, I was right in the thick of it, and I was making really good progress, and all of a sudden, I clicked something and everything I had been working on disappeared. Disappeared. And I at first thought, where's the undo button? Because everything has undo, right?
Yeah,
that will just make it go back to what it just was. Mm-hmm. There wasn't an undo button. And I looked and looked and looked everywhere I knew to look, mm-hmm. and it was gone. And I had just spent 3 hours putting all of this together.
That's stressful.
It was true stress. I felt like my brain was going to split in half. I thought I was going to have a mental breakdown, and I knew I needed to change my state so that I didn't have a mental breakdown. And one of the best things for me to do that is to take a walk. And it was finally a nice enough day. There was blue sky, there was sunshine. It was a little bit chilly, but I went and I took a walk for 30 minutes. I looked at the sky, I looked at the trees, I looked at nature, mm-hmm. and I breathed. And while I was doing that, I also did one of the things that helps me a lot to deal with everything. I listened to an activation. So an activation is kind of a moving, active meditation.
It's something you're talked through,
yes.
Right? You're guided through.
Yes. So it's something I listen to, and it just kind of works with my mindset, mm-hmm. but that also works with my physiology so that it settles me down. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite things. And I'm just going to mention here, I was able to get a discount code.
Oh, good.
Because I just kept thinking, I use this all the time, and it was literally one of my biggest tools the other day to help me change my state. So I got a discount code for our listeners. I think we should link it to the bottom of this episode.
Yep, we'll put it down there.
And that will give people a $25 off their subscription for it.
Really good stuff.
I use it all the time. I have shared it with you. Mm-hmm. You use it too.
Yep.
So I walked. I did a couple of different activations while I was walking. And then when I got back home, I thought I just need to move my body a little bit more and get out of my head and into my body. Mm-hmm. So I got on my whole body vibration machine, and I did some specific strength training for about 12 minutes, worked up a sweat, and I was changed.
Oh, good.
I went, sat back down, got right back to it. And it adjusted my whole physiology.
That's impressive.
I was proud of myself, mm-hmm. because I thought I was going to have a mental breakdown.
Technology is so good, but it can really cause a lot of stress. But so can a lot of things in life.
Yeah,
right?
A lot of things can.
But those activations really are powerful.
Yeah.
Getting outside, walking around.
I did the things that I talk about, that we talk about. And like by that evening, I pulled Tom into my office. I was like, look what I did. Look what I built. This is amazing. I'm so proud of myself. A whole different scene than at like 11 o'clock that morning.
Well, way to
So
go.
I just wanted to share that with you. And like, it was truly, truly a major stress. And I used some of the tools we talked about to pull myself out of it and reframe and get back to what I was trying to do. But it made me think we need to do an episode about stress.
Just on stress.
Specifically about stress. Because stress is super draining.
Yep.
And it's all the time. We all have stress in various ways all the time.
And at different times in our lives, we deal with it better than others.
Mm-hmm.
And some days we deal with it better than others.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we're going to talk about some tools today.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about some tools. We've talked in the past about, like in different episodes, about things we use, like breathing.
Like the things that you did over the weekend. Breathing, yes. Changing your state, getting outside, doing breathing exercises. We've talked about all of those things.
Yes. So there are those free, always available, readily accessible tools that we can tap into. But for some people who are under constant chronic stress in their lives, that's either more, they don't think of it in the moment, or it feels like too much and it's too overwhelming. It's just another thing they have to do on their checklist.
Taking care of their stress is too much.
Or like remembering to breathe, or taking 30 minutes to get outside in nature, or sitting for 5 minutes and doing some Wim Hof breathing.
Gotcha.
Like the things that we've talked about, for some people, they just aren't going to do it, or they don't think to do it, or they don't think they have time to do it. And so they need some other tools. And I thought maybe we could talk about those today.
Okay, so we're talking about not things you can do that are free, but something that's a little easier maybe to do.
So ultimately we're going to talk about some supplementation, super specific supplementation.
Okay.
To help with different things physiologically that stress affects. Okay?
Let's get into it.
So, for one, modern stress is constant. We all have stressors of all kinds. There's life demands, there's performance pressure, there's the screens, whether we think it, like I know Saturday it was a stress, but social media screens can be stressful. There's also disruption to our sleep for whatever reason. And over time, the constant demands and drains on the body from stress will ultimately drain the nutrients in your body that help your body stay calm and resilient.
And manage the stress.
Yeah, to manage the stress. So there's different things that you can feel or experience in your body to recognize that this isn't just me, this like in my mind, this is actual stress. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious,
never.
Yeah. Or if you're more emotionally reactive, if you're easily triggered or angry or
your temper is shorter,
tears, or like just more emotional at whatever extreme.
Okay.
And then sometimes it can show as fatigue, like you're literally drained. Or it can be true fatigue, or it can be low energy. Okay, so you're just kind of dragging and managing your way through the day, but never feeling like you have what you need to get through the day.
That's because stress is exhaustive.
It is, because it's a drain. Like think of a funnel with a drain, and it's just constantly draining. Okay, or it can also cause you to struggle to sleep, to either fall asleep or stay asleep. And we've talked about sleep
a lot
at length. And sleep is when we repair and recover.
And sometimes stress overwhelms us and it's hard to sleep.
Yeah, either your mind gets busy or the hormones are off kilter because stress affects the hormones. It disrupts that whole cycle. So it's not that you're broken. Your body just might be undernourished for the load that it's actually carrying. Have you ever felt any of those things?
That's true. That's true because okay, so here we go. So that is true because our body, the things that we eat and drink and breathe, and the things we do, all affect our body's reserves and stores to handle everything.
They're either building them up or breaking them down.
So if we're not taking in the things that we need to through food and drink, then our bodies have a harder time dealing physiologically with stress because there are all kinds of things happening in our body that we don't know.
Lots of mechanisms that just automatically happen or should automatically happen.
So if we're drained and depleted of the nutrients and things, it's harder for us to deal with the stress.
I want to talk to you about my ice cream I have almost every night for dessert. I started making it about 6 months ago with some of my very favorite protein powder. It's from Equip Foods Prime Protein, and it's one of the safest, cleanest doctor-formulated protein powders that helps to build muscle and shred fat that won't leave you gassy or bloated. That's one of the problems I have with other kinds of proteins. Anyway, it's 100% grass-fed and finished. I make my protein out of their chocolate and their peanut butter. So it's my amazing peanut butter chocolate protein ice cream. It helps me meet my protein goals and taste amazing. To get a nice discount, go to equipfoods.com/DX2 to get 30% off of a subscription order or a nice 15% discount off of a one-time order. You'll love it. I asked if you'd ever felt any of those things.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I have felt fatigue from life happening.
Life.
Yes.
Life stress.
Just life stress. And I've been emotionally reactive in my life.
Here and there, maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
My nickname when I was growing up was Instant Fury.
It was.
I could just get mad at the drop of a hat. I've since matured and learned to deal with things better. So that's really good. But
I remember that. Our brothers thought it was so funny.
Yes.
Like, let's turn on Instant Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a game for them. Not for me, for them. But I have learned to deal with that better. Have I felt overwhelmed? For sure. I felt that in my life at different times, different days, different weeks, different months. So, yeah, I have felt those things. Have you?
I have.
Besides last weekend?
Yes. So I have. But I'm like, one of the reasons that this is so important to me to talk about and that I help clients with on a regular basis. One, people say, I'm so stressed, or life is just too stressful. Like, people say it's an issue. So we know for all of our listeners, it's also an issue. It just is part of modern life. But I'm going to say it was probably 10, 11 years ago at this point, I had an incident in my life that absolutely, to me, came out of left field. I was at home. I was alone. Tom was on a work trip. And I fell to the ground in agony in my chest. I thought I was having a heart attack. And I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything about it for about 3 hours. I couldn't get to my phone. I couldn't do anything. And I thought I was going to die on the living room floor.
All by yourself?
All by myself. The door was no one could, if I yelled, there was nothing that I could do. But at some point it passed. And then I immediately, I called Tom and talked to him. And I went to the doctor to find out if I had what's wrong with my heart.
Yeah.
And over the course of, I'm going to say probably a month and a half, I had all sorts of physicals. I had all sorts of testing. I had all sorts of everything. And sitting in the doctor's offices, because it was multiple, I would just sit there and hold my purse on my lap and cry because no one could figure out what was wrong. And they ultimately said, we think it's in your head. We're going to refer you to a psychiatrist. And I was absolutely floored because I had a heart attack. Why couldn't they find it?
Yeah.
And ultimately I found out it was a panic attack, and I had been having symptoms of anxiousness and overwhelm and panic, like all of the stress responders that I hadn't really recognized because I had a very demanding job and I was just grinding through the job. I was just doing what I had to do. And sometimes I would get short of breath. There were things that could have clued me in, but I thought it was just my life.
Right.
So I did go to the psychiatrist, and he said, "This is what's going on. Are you okay if I teach you some tools to deal with it?"
Awesome.
Yeah. He was like, "I don't really want to prescribe you anything." And I was like, "Great, because I don't really want a prescription." But it boiled down to stress. And I thought I was dying. And it took a long time and a lot of money and a lot time to figure out that it was stress. So I've been very adamant about let's manage our stress since then. Not to get too personal, because that's a very personal story. Not a lot of people know about it. But
it is. But I think, there may be people listening who have had the same thing, like a rapid heart rate, and they don't know why. Or loss of, hard to breathe, and they don't know why. And it could just be stress, overwhelm, and your body's shutting down because it doesn't know how to deal with it.
My body didn't have what it needed to deal with it. And at that time, I distinctly remember we were both visiting our parents in Colorado when they still lived there. And one of your sons, who's a jokester, came up to me and surprised me. You remember this, right? And I turned white. My heart went crazy because my body was still in that fight or flight, panic, anxious, overwhelm mode. And he felt terrible.
He did.
He thought he gave me a heart attack.
Yep. Yes, he did.
But it was just that's what my physiology was at that point. So it's not that stress is just emotional. It's also biological.
For sure.
So it really impacts your nervous system. I felt every single bit of that. It affects your hormones. It affects your mood chemicals, literally the neurotransmitters in your brain. And it affects your cellular health. So your nutrient levels in your body play a huge role in how your body actually responds.
So what nutrients do we need to store up on or make sure we're getting enough of to help us deal with stress better?
That's a great question. The flip side of that is stress specifically depletes quickly some specific nutrients. Okay. So you want to store up on these.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go through a list. We'll make this easier for you later.
Okay.
So one is magnesium.
Okay.
It quickly burns through magnesium. Okay, that is one of the body's fastest responders when you're under stress.
Is that because magnesium is a calmer? It's a calming nutrient?
Yes, it's a calming nutrient, but it literally is burned in some of those mechanisms that happen in the body that's deep, deep science we don't need to get into. But it's one of the logs that's put on that fire that's the main fuel to settle down the stress response.
Okay.
B vitamins, same thing. Not just one B vitamin, all the B vitamins.
All of them.
And then vitamin C.
Really?
A basic, vitamin C. It's a big factor in handling stress.
Okay.
And then also omega-3s. Okay?
Really?
Yeah. So omega-3s really help your brain. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And your brain is part of what handles the stress.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then zinc, some of the things you would never think about, but zinc and iron are both in there.
Okay.
And then also probiotics because of that gut-brain axis. When you're stressed, your gut might churn, you might get brain fog. There's a reason. We need to help that gut-brain axis.
Okay.
And then also amino acids in the body, which you know what amino acids are.
They're the building blocks of protein.
They're the building blocks of protein. Yeah. Well, protein gets broken down to amino acids, and then the amino acids build things. Yeah. So all of those get depleted when you're under stress. And for some people, again, sometimes it's chronic lifestyle stress.
So they're chronically low on those things.
Yes.
Unless they're helping themselves.
Yes. And then for some, it's short-term stress, like you're preparing to do a speech or a talk in church, or you have a big event coming up.
A wedding.
Yeah. So
it's wedding season. So.
Yeah. Any kind of
graduation.
short-term stressor can also play a role in that.
Okay.
So people have different levels, and you know what your level is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's super important that when those nutrients run low, we support them so that your symptoms don't feel amplified and your body has what it needs to regulate. Let's talk about colostrum. It is a hot topic in the world these days. We're going to talk about Equip Foods Core Colostrum. Each scoop contains 3 grams of grass-fed, pasture-raised, antibiotic-free colostrum, where most on the market only contain 1 gram. Colostrum is a nutritional powerhouse that has been shown and proven to enhance immune function, gut health, and recovery with vital nutrients.
So what exactly is it? Colostrum, also known as first milk, is produced immediately following a newborn birth. It is vital nutrition, providing all the nutrients and fluid a newborn needs in their early days. It also applies to all people. We all need that nutrition. Equip Foods Core Colostrum is a type A1 and A2 milk, which is the highest tier milk you can get. Also, while core colostrum is a dairy product, it does not contain milk or lactose. So most people with lactose intolerance usually find colostrum very digestible and beneficial to gut health.
Now, I know you're wondering how you use it. It's so easy. You just need 1 scoop per day, and you can add it into tea or coffee. You can add it to a protein shake or to yogurt, or you can even add it into your favorite baked goods.
It's also cost effective. So its core colostrum is about 51 cents per serving compared to 91 cents per serving or more for competitors. So if you go to equipfoods.com and use the promo code D times 2 or DX2, you'll get a great discount.
What I recommend that people use, and also what I use, comes from Optimal Health Systems. Okay. And it's a pack of nutrients. It's called the Stress and Anxiety Relief Pack. And in that pack, you just take 1 a day, 1 pack a day, are all of those nutrients that your body depletes in when you're under stress. There's also something else in there that's called Calm that literally helps your nervous system relax.
Calm is awesome.
We love it so much.
Yes.
And we've talked about it for sleep, but it also can help with the stress response in the body. So the Stress and Anxiety Relief Pack is just the perfect combination of nutrients to support you when you're under stress. Okay?
Okay.
So a pack a day.
Pack a day.
Yep.
This is a good pack a day.
It's way better than some of those other packs. But I want to underscore part of what you have to do is also stay hydrated, move your body, eat nutrient-dense foods. Don't eat a lot of processed foods and poison fats.
Eat real food.
Eat real food, because those other things stress your body. So let's not be actively stressing our body with being dehydrated and malnourished and those kinds of things. And then when we support the body with the stress and anxiety pack nutrients, your body has what it needs to deal with it. One other thing that goes along with that helps with ultimately long-term resilience in your body is glutathione.
Glutathione's a big one.
It's a big one.
It's a powerhouse.
It does a lot of stuff in the body. So because it does so much, and then stress has such an overreaching effect in the body, when you put that stress anxiety pack together with the glutathione, magic can happen. So the glutathione doesn't come in the pack. It's a separate thing, and it's a wafer. Okay?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's delicious. If you're old school, it kind of tastes a little bit like Tang. You put the wafer in water and it's effervescent. It dissolves. Okay. And then you drink that little mixture within about 10 minutes of when it dissolves. Here's what's really cool is that, like, there's been a lot of study over the past, I'm going to say decade, about glutathione. And there's a lot of different types of glutathione that are available. A lot of people are sold on liposomal. It still doesn't do anything. For glutathione to do anything in the body, it either has to be intravenous, so you're getting an IV of glutathione, or this effervescent technology that this kind is made with makes it fully bioavailable, so your body can use it. So a lot of them that are out there are absolute nonsense, and also like they're a waste of money and they're more expensive. Okay. So let's save some money and be effective and use the essential glutathione, the little wafers that are kind of like a treat to drink.
So I take glutathione every morning.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I take it before I work out.
Okay.
I don't know how much it helps me work out, but but it's a good time for me to take it. Like, to make sure that I get it every day. Yeah. That's when I do it. Because
in the morning
I wake up and take that.
See, that's interesting. I usually have it as like kind of a mid-morning snack. It really doesn't matter when.
Just take it.
Just take it. Yep.
It'll help your body. It also is good for your liver.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Your liver.
Yeah. And how many people have trouble with their liver these
So
days?
Many people.
Non-alcoholic fatty liver, like your insulin's all out of whack. This glutathione will help that as well.
Yeah.
It helps a lot of things.
Yeah. So I was going to say, with you taking it in the morning before you work out, it helps your liver detoxify. So as you metabolize things while you're working out, you handle it all better.
Oh, yeah. I did read that. That's why I take it in the morning.
See? It's like I know what I'm talking about. So those two things together for general stress, whether it's short-term or long-term. Okay? So I just want to put this out there that if you have chronically been under stress, you should probably do the stress anxiety pack every single day for 1 or 2 months. Okay. Some people need to just keep doing it because their stress load in their life isn't going to change.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where I was back then when I had
your heart stuff.
My heart stuff. Yeah. But it was really stress and anxiety. Okay. But it affected my heart. Yeah. It did. It affected my heart.
Yeah. Well, it makes your blood pressure rise and all kinds of things.
Yeah. I was skipping beats, like the whole thing. So after a month or two, if you're still under chronic stress, you need to keep taking it. Mm-hmm. If you've gotten things under control and there's just here and there stress, then take it here and there. Mm. Okay? So it's not something after that initial time frame that you need to keep in ongoing. You can use it just as needed.
That's good to know. So some medications or supplements you have to take continuously for them to have any kind of effect.
Yep.
This is kind of you can use it on an as needed basis.
Yes. Yeah. So I tell people, my clients all the time, if they get into a rut of a couple of nights, like 2 nights of bad sleep, start taking that pack because it will help dial in your sleep. And sleep, we've talked about. It's crucial. It's essential. We've got to do that. Yeah. Okay. So if you're not sleeping, stress is involved in some way.
Okay.
So take it for a day or 2 until your your sleep is back on track, and then you can put it back on pause. So as needed.
That's good.
Yeah.
I would take the glutathione every day, though.
Yes, you can do the glutathione every day.
That's my personal opinion. You should take it on a continual basis, really.
You should. I have reasons I say that. Why do you say that?
Honestly, the biggest thing for me is the liver.
The liver, yeah.
Because there's been a lot of change to our food and society's health in general. Mm-hmm. And people are having a really hard time with their glucose levels, with their insulin levels, and they're pre-diabetic when 20 years ago, hardly anybody was, right?
Right.
A lot of the body's processes to get rid of that stuff is the liver. It's really, our livers are just crying, I think, because of all the stuff that we take into our body, on purpose or not.
Right.
So I would take glutathione on a regular basis just to help my liver, if nothing else, to do that.
Me too. I take it every day. And a lot of it is to help the liver. So I think of it and explain it as your liver is your body's filter. And we get exposed to all sorts of different things, whether it's environmental pollutions or if it's dietary pollutions or we went swimming in whatever.
Went swimming in the canal.
Yeah.
Or the gross, nasty river.
Yeah. all of it gets filtered through your liver. And if your filter is clogged, everything else upstream gets polluted.
That means your entire body.
Yes. So keeping that liver clean matters. So if you've never done a liver detox or never done glutathione or whatever, it may actually be a good idea to dose up and do 2 or 3 of the effervescent glutathione a day for a week or 2, and then go down to 1 or 2, kind of depending on your exposures and your stress levels.
And if you're curious about how your liver is doing, there are blood tests you can do to check it out and see how it's doing. That'd be an interesting experiment to test your liver's function, take glutathione for a month, and then go back and check it again and see how it's changed your liver's processes. That would be a really good experiment to do on yourself to see if it's working for you.
Yeah. I don't know why, as you said that, I thought about one of the biggest pollutants that we're all exposed to is microplastics and xenoestrogens in our environment that you get exposed to it when you hold a receipt from a cash register at the grocery store. Like we are exposed in the weirdest ways that we never think about that all filter through your liver. Like just in our modern society, we need that support. So the stress anxiety pack together with the glutathione. Magic happens. But also support, like don't keep eating crap. Don't keep drinking crap.
Right.
Move your body. Yeah. So do those fundamental things and then support in this way.
Let's talk about the immune system. One of the best defenders we know comes from optimal health systems, and it's called defense. So it supplies your body with researched back ingredients shown to support your immune system and fight off illness. It also boosts the immune system, providing a potent dose of antibodies for a quick recovery and reduces the risk of viral infection.
One of the things I love is that it increases the white blood cell count in your body almost immediately while filling your gut with healthy bacteria. This is one of those things I recommend to my clients to always have on hand. You can take it continuously through, quote, cold and flu season, or when you're under a lot of stress, or just pop it in here and there if you feel like you're starting to come down with something. Take it for a day or 2, maybe 3, and then put it on pause. But it ultimately restores health to areas of your body that are affected by potentially unhealthy eating habits, like during the holidays, and also from overstressing. And it does it by using whole, real food ingredients. You can go to optimalhealthsystems.com and use the code D times 2, that's DX2, to get a great discount off your order. You want my next point?
Yes.
Because stress disrupts your hormones too.
No.
It does. So it causes your body to stay in survival mode, which means cortisol rises and hormone balance declines. Okay? So over time, it can contribute to lower testosterone in both men and women.
Chronic stress decreases testosterone.
Yes, which makes you not be able to hold muscle. It makes you more tired. Like we need that testosterone in our bodies.
Drive,
Yep.
for life.
Yep. It also can make estrogen and progesterone imbalance happen. And then, like a lot of people have been told they're estrogen dominant. There's so many reasons for that, but stress is one of them. Okay. It also suppresses your thyroid.
Why is that important?
The thyroid, one of the things that helps control is your energy levels in your body and your metabolism. So how you burn and store calories, whether it's as fat or if you're burning them off.
Okay. Thank you.
Good. Okay. It increases insulin resistance when your hormones get disrupted. That means you become more sensitive to carbs and you hold weight. Okay. Especially in your tummy. So it increases your belly fat.
Ew.
And then all of those lead to fatigue, low libido, poor recovery, mood swings, and then also the disrupted sleep that we know is so important to avoid.
For sure. When your hormones are off, you don't sleep very well.
Yeah. So it's not just because you're aging. Okay? It's literally due to stress and can be from chronic stress over the course of time or sudden onset stress. Okay? So because it depletes all of those nutrients, including those B vitamins, the magnesium, the zinc, the vitamin C, and also adaptogens in the body, one of the things nutritionally and supplementally that can help are to restore the hormones are the male hormone support pack or the female hormone support pack. Okay? These have things in them that help to restore the estrogen and progesterone balance, the thyroid, your adrenal resilience. Okay? So you literally are more resilient in your life and get your iron levels back up, your detoxification pathways happening. So things just work right. Okay?
Is what you just said, is that for men and women?
So that's for the estrogen and progesterone is for women. For men, it also helps to increase their testosterone levels and their prostate health. Like there are so many studies, and it's crazy to me that men now, like in their 30s and some of them in their 20s, are getting testosterone replacement therapy.
That's crazy.
Where it was unheard of before.
The 20s and 30s, their testosterone should be roaring.
At the peak, yep. But because of modern lifestyle, modern exposures, modern food, all of that, like the testosterone levels have absolutely plummeted. And then they just expect that every single man as they age will have prostate trouble, where it used to be like 1 in 10. Wow. And now it's just expected that everybody will. Okay.
So the normal now is everybody gets it, but the optimal is
not that.
Normal is not always good. So optimal is best.
Yes. That's why we use the optimal health systems. Okay. The male hormone support is for men. The female is for women. And what's important to understand is that they can help at all stages of life. So if a young woman has trouble with her period, some parents will take them and get them put on birth control to help their period symptoms. Just use the female health support pack.
Support your body.
Yeah. And it will help that. Or if you're having a lot of stress can help or can hinder conception, fertility. Okay. So we address the stress with the stress support, stress and anxiety pack, and then the hormone portion with the female hormone support pack.
Male.
Yes, and male. Yes.
Both.
To help with fertility. So whether it's low sperm motility or sperm count or performance, or if it's in the women,
ovulating and keeping the babies. And
PCOS, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Like I just think back to when I was miscarrying. I wish I had had these tools then. That's why I talk about them, because they matter a lot and they can literally be life-changing for people. They would have been life-changing for me. But now I know, so now I help people.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. So how would you use those? We're talking about stress today. So how would you use the female or male hormone support with the stress pack?
So the female and male support packs, there's 60 packs in package. You take one in the morning and one at night. So there's an AM pack and a PM pack in there. And then take the stress pack at noon. So take something with breakfast, something with lunch, something with dinner.
Oh, good.
So it's easy done. Just rip open the pack, take them. You don't have to think about it.
That's easy.
It's super easy because the stress deliberately, specifically affects the hormones.
For sure.
And we've talked before, hormones are on the show.
They do.
Like it matters so much.
Yes.
So like with where we are in our lives right now, I am postmenopausal. Okay.
Same.
So that female support pack, female hormone support pack is crucial for me because my natural hormone levels have dropped. So for me to stay on that, I can maintain sanity and cardiac function and like all the things that we lose when the hormones decline naturally with age. One of the most toxic things that people do is color their hair. And my hand is up. I am guilty of this. I love to play with my hair color. I have for years. And now I love to cover my grays. The best non-toxic hair color that I have found is Polar Hair Care. It is easy. It applies like a shampoo. You only have to leave it on for 10 minutes. It lasts for about 6 weeks. And it doesn't have any of the harsh chemicals and all the nasty stuff in it. Plus, it's infused with reishi, macadamia, jojoba oil. So it leaves my hair feeling better and not dried out and abused. Use the code Debra6334. That's my name, Debra 6334. So if you go to polarhaircare.com/Debra6334, you'll get an awesome discount off your order.
So you're talking about that for postmenopausal stuff, which we're both in. I have a lot of friends that are in this area right now. And something that we've been talking about is hormone replacement therapy. So what does this hormone, the female hormone support, does that
specifically
kind of supplant the hormone replacement therapy? Do you use it in conjunction with? Do you kind of monitor it? How do you use that?
I'm going to say yes.
To all of it.
To all of it.
Okay.
So some people are completely 100% averse to doing any hormone replacement therapy of any kind. And it can be used in that instance to make things better. Okay. If you do hormone replacement therapy, do bioidentical hormone replacement therapy.
For sure.
It matters. And then it's more natural to your body, but it's still synthetic. Okay. So everything that's in the female hormone support pack is from whole, real food and cultured food. So your body knows exactly what it is and it's more effective. So some people can get away with just doing that, but every body is different. So some people will do better if they put them together and do the bioidentical hormone replacement therapy based on their lab results with the female hormone support pack. The female hormone support pack will never hinder it. It will only make it work better and you will only feel better.
Okay. So I talked about this with the glutathione. An interesting experiment to do would be to go into your doctor, whether you're male or female, go into your doctor, get all the tests done, all the tests that they can possibly do. There's like at least 80 of them. They don't normally do all 80. Get them all done and take the
female hormone support,
the male or female hormone support, go back 6 months later and see what your numbers are. Or here's another option. Optimal Health does a blood test as well, and they check all kinds of things that your doctor's not going to check, and they will give you a report. You know more about this. You tell. They give you what kind of a report?
So it checks
of what you need.
Like 120 different markers.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's more comprehensive. You don't have to go to your doctor. You can just order it through the website and it's prescribed by the doctor. Okay. So you can just take it to Quest or you can take it to LabCorp. Those are the two labs that they work with to get those run. And then you get a report and then we get a report so that we can help guide you. You'll get customized nutrients that you need.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that would be a fun experiment to try. Just do a blood test because that's going to tell you way more than talking to somebody's going to do.
Yeah, you need to know the actual numbers.
Yeah. So get the blood test done. Take the supplements that are required or that are recommended for you, or just get on the female or male hormone support pack. Go back 6 months later and see what your numbers say. I would say that after 2, maybe 3 months, you're going to feel different anyways.
It will be sooner than that.
So pay attention to how you feel and then get your numbers tested, get your stuff tested so you can see what it's doing inside your body. That would be a fun experiment.
Yes. Now, I think that's what I jam on. I love to test things and I will always do objective testing, like a blood test, to get a baseline, and then I'll play around with things and then I'll recheck with the same method.
Yeah.
So it's comparing apples to apples. But we've been talking about postmenopause. This also affects people in perimenopause, like the years leading up to.
Stuff.
Yes. So it will help with all of that. But one thing that's super important to remember is that men also go through what's called andropause. It's not talked about much, but it's about the same time frame as it is for women, where their testosterone naturally drops, their estrogen levels naturally go up. They start getting more of a belly because of those estrogen levels, which then drives cortisol. Okay, so that male hormone support pack, crucial for them, whether or not they do testosterone therapy. But a lot of times they can get away with just doing the male hormone support pack.
Awesome.
Good?
Yeah, I like that. Good info.
So one last point that I wanted to talk about with stress is that I don't know if you know this or not, it also can raise your blood pressure.
Oh, yes, I do know that.
I know my blood pressure was up the other day, and I have low blood pressure. So I was like in normal range, but it raises your blood pressure. Controlling the blood pressure is super important.
So what happens when our blood pressure is chronically elevated?
It literally changes how your blood vessels function. Okay? So when stress becomes constant, your sympathetic nervous system stays activated. So you're always in fight or flight mode. Okay?
Not good.
Your cortisol and your adrenaline increase your heart rate.
Not good.
Not good. Yep. Your blood vessels constrict.
Oh, that's really not good.
That's really not good.
You want those pipes open wide?
Yep. And flexible. Yep. Your nitric oxide production declines.
What does that mean?
Why do we care?
Yeah.
So nitric oxide has a lot to do with how your blood vessels function.
Like open and close?
Open and close.
Okay.
Yep. So the pliability.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. And
we don't
then
want them rigid.
We don't want them rigid. Yep. I think of it like a pipe versus a hose. We want them flexible like a hose, not rigid like a pipe. Okay. And not like a skinny pipe, for sure. We want them open, able to dilate and constrict as needed. Okay. And then oxidative stress increases, which damages your vascular lining. So everything that has to do with your circulatory system, the lining of that gets damaged.
That's not good either.
It's terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why it leads to all the troubles with heart, whether it's heart attack or stroke or heart failure or arrhythmia, like all the different things.
And plaque accumulation in the vessels, right? Because if they're damaged, stuff starts sticking.
Yep. They're not as smooth as they should be, and they don't just slough things off. So, classic signs. We're like the bad news bears today.
We are, but we have good news.
But it also rapidly depletes all of those nutrients that we talked about before. But the stress accelerates how much the nitric oxide, the magnesium, and the antioxidants in your body are used. So you deplete even more quickly. So if you've already got high blood pressure and then you put stress on top of it, that's like a double whammy. Yeah. But if you're like me and you have low blood pressure and you put stress on top of it, my blood pressure goes higher than it should be, still not great. Yeah. Okay? So we would, again, start with the stress and anxiety pack. Okay.
That's the basis for what
that's the basis. About. Yep. So that and the glutathione, that's the basic. Okay. To that, you could add the NOS performance pack. NOS stands for nitric oxide.
All right. I was thinking about race cars.
Yep,
Turn on the NOS.
That's exactly what it's like. Like it opens things up and it sends the fuel through. Okay? So it's designed to support that nitric oxide production and the healthy blood vessel dilation so they can be pliable and flexible and expand as needed. Okay? And then also helps with the circulation and the oxygen delivery. So your energy is better with that oxygen delivery.
Yeah, all of your cells need oxygen, so that's good.
And then we talk about exercise, it then also helps with exercise performance. Okay, because you have better blood flow, literally better blood flow.
So instead of doping up on pre-workout, take some NOS.
Take some NOS. Yeah, take some nitric oxide. Yeah, the NOS performance pack. Just as a little aside, putting the blood pressure and the NOS together with the hormone support. So one of the things that shifts when the hormones are stressed is we talked about prostate trouble and testosterone decline. So sometimes there can be things like erectile dysfunction, libido decreases. The NOS deliberately helps with blood flow. Okay?
That's important for men and women.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So it's for both. So if there is some of that lower drive, male or female, lower sexual performance and desire, male and female, the NOS will also help with that.
Good news.
On an as-needed basis. Okay? But if it's with the blood pressure, it's a daily basis that you would use the NOS Performance Pack. But then for all of that to work properly, you would also hopefully add fruit and veggie plus. Okay,
Wait a minute. That's real nutrition.
That's real nutrition. One scoop a day, put it in your yogurt or a smoothie or your water and drink it. Then your body has those fundamental nutrients to work with to make it all work better.
That one's pretty good. I like the fruit and veggie plus.
Yeah. And then the last thing that has to do with I'm going to say the vascular support, the high blood pressure support, is called Optimal BFF. And it's literally designed to support your cardiovascular balance, that blood vessel flexibility that we talked about. So you stay like a hose, not like a pipe. And then it can actually help with lowering the blood pressure. Extra bonus is it helps with immune support.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, and those are little chewable wafers. So you just take 1 or 2, maybe 3 in a day, chew them up like it's a little snack.
They're pretty good.
Yep, they're pretty good. And then that helps immediately with that. But partnering that together with the NOS Performance Pack, ideal. And then optimal is to put the fruit and veggie plus with it. So just like you asked about before with the female support pack, or male support pack, with the NOS, it's 1 pack.
Okay.
You're going to put it together with the stress anxiety pack. So one of those packs in the morning, one of those packs at night or at noon. Okay. I would start with the NOS pack in the morning.
Yeah.
Yep. And then take the stress anxiety pack either at noon or at supper time or at bedtime if you want, but later in the day.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. And then the BFF and the fruit and veggie can be whenever in the day you want. I like to say skew early. So sometime up till lunchtime. Get it in there, and then you have what you need to work through the day.
That's a lot of support for stress.
A lot of support for stress. And like we've talked about I've said before, some of the free things we can do, like the breathing and the movement and all of that. But some people are like, just give me a pill.
I don't have time to move or breathe.
It's too overwhelming.
I want to open a pack and take the stuff.
But even if you do have time to do those things, these will still help. Because no matter how much you breathe, it's not going to affect the hormones. Right? Well, I guess it can affect
as much as
some of them. Yes.
Food.
Sometimes we actually need the nutrient support.
Yeah.
So we covered a lot there.
We did.
Do you feel like we covered it?
I do.
Appropriately?
Yeah. This episode was all about stress.
All about stress and managing stress and how to support your body, whether you're under chronic stress or short-term stress.
Yeah.
So we'll put the links for each of those items in the show notes. We mention them all by name, and you can always go to optimalhealthsystems.com and find them and use our code DX2 to get a discount.
Yeah.
If you put it on subscription, you get that discount every time on the subscription. Okay, so like that female support pack, you're going to just want to keep doing, or the male support pack, you're just going to want to keep doing.
Yeah, so get the discount while you can.
Yeah.
When you can. If you if you just click on our link, or you go to our website, depletes.podcast.com, we have links on there for everything as well. So lots of links, lots of discounts. We're trying to hook you up. The other link we will have is for the activations.
Yes. Yep, and that'll get you, I think it's a $25 discount off of the subscription. Like, it's pretty nice. Yeah. And I use that multiple times every day.
It's good stuff.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's anything in this episode you found helpful, useful, that you think somebody else might like, share it. Subscribe to our podcast.
Leave us a review. That's super helpful to us. You can leave a review. You can also leave comments if there's things that you would like for us to cover. And we do all know people who are under stress, so share it with the people.
Yeah.
And then find us on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest. We're there.
We're on them. I think that's it.
Yeah. So until next time,
keep your wheel rolling smoothly.
Bye. Thanks for listening to the D times 2 podcast with Denise and Deborah. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who's ready to roll toward a more balanced life. Your support means the world to us. And just a quick note, we're sharing our own experiences and ideas, not professional advice. Always do your own research and talk to a qualified expert before making big decisions. Until next time, keep your wheel rolling strong.